Hello, citizens of the world. Welcome back to Pumpcraft. Yes, I am wearing diamond armor and even fancy, shiny diamond boots. I'm going to show you how that happened. I have got these great new diamond tools, and so I've been doing a bit of mining, and enough mining, of course. In fact, I should say, to get plenty of diamonds. Diamonds enough to make diamond armor and uh, getting enough levels from mining the redstone and the coal and such, the things that give XP, to do some more enchanting. So I'm really pleased. I'm kind of moving up in the world, and in this episode, though, we're not really going to be focused on mining. That's the only mining I'm going to show you. What I just showed you right then. Instead, we're going to build that cactus farm. That's job number one. Build the cactus farm underneath the greenhouse from last episode, and then we're gonna start in on the village. We're gonna start building an area for the villagers to be, and we're going to start building some village houses. That's going to require some resource collection. I'll show you that later. And we're certainly not going to finish the village today, but I want to build enough that we can start bringing some villagers in. So let's get cracking. I'm going to show you how this cactus farm works. We're going to go down right here. This is not right now the way down to the area underneath, but we're going to make it. I might end up falling down there. Not sure. Oops. So let's just see. Okay, I think if we dig this way, there we go. Okay, so yeah, this is it. So I'll turn that into a legitimate way down at some point, probably just a ladder or something. So here we are. Look at that. Isn't that kind of cool? The lighting on the bottom of that terracotta. Anyway, I'm going to show you how this cactus farm works. I'm not going to build it. Oh, what is that? Obviously, I've been... Oh, I know what that is. That's where I dug out a bunch of diorite from. That's totally not interesting. I'll fix that up later. I just need to make an infinite water source here so I can show you how this cactus farm is going to work. There we go. Okay. So here's how this works. I guess we're going to end up taking out a bunch of these torches. Let's put some torches on the wall. We're still in the mushroom biome. There's no problem about mobs, but I do want to be able to see because it's completely dark down here otherwise. So we're going to put a water source there, and then at the very end, another water source. Okay, let's go grab some more water. And this cactus farm is not the absolute perfect, most efficient cactus farm in terms of the placement of the cactus. If you want to build, the absolute top of the line, most efficient possible cactus farm, there are videos online for that. I've done some experimentation, and the version we're going to build is pretty close to maximum efficiency, but not 100%. But the collection system works out so well. It just fits so nicely in this area that I feel like it makes more sense, actually. So let's see if we can see how this is working. All right, so then what we need to do here is build a wall. I'll just use this cobble, I guess, for now. Right here. And then I can show you. I'm not sure we have enough to get all the way across. Oh, one shy. All right, let's go grab... Was there a piece of cobble floating around in there? Here we go. There's a piece of granite. All right, so we'll put in the last... I'll go ahead and get water while I'm here. Put in the last water sources, and then I'll show you how this thing works. Maybe use a little bit of light up there. Okay, so we need that, and then we put a water source here, a water source there, and one more bucket of water source there. And you see what happens with the water sources placed just like that is you can see with the torches, everything gets pushed to this little cross here. And then what we'll do is dig down, right? So we'll dig down a couple, 2 or 3 levels, and all the cactus is going to get washed into these holes. There'll be holes on each of these, okay? All the cactus will get washed into these holes, and then there'll be a collection system down beneath. So, right, so if I throw something in like so, you see it always goes in, it always gets driven into these holes because of the way the water works. And okay, fine, but the really cool thing is that if you place sand down, I'm using red sand because I was mining in the mesa biome earlier and there's tons of red sand there. If you place sand down in the right places, then I'm just going to place a few down just to show you this isn't exactly where they're going to go. In fact, that one's definitely not where it's going to go. So I'll place it, let's say here. All right, so just placing a few down just so you can see how this works, right? So when if you place the sand down in the right places in the right pattern, and I'll show you the pattern later, but they don't block the flow of anything. You see how the water is going around the sand, and the objects, in this case the cactus, will still make it into these holes. So let's just cut out those two, and I'll show you. Right. So if I'm standing here, so like even if a cactus, goodness gracious, I can't seem to operate here. Even if the cactus were to go, say, over there, it flows, boom, into the hole every time without fail. So that's the idea. What we're going to do then is there'll be cactus. I cannot seem to move properly. Okay, so there'll be cactus on these sand, okay, and then next to them, actually where that torch is, in that air block right there that the torch is currently occupying, there will be a glass pane. Actually, is the easiest thing to use, and the cactus will try to grow, but then because it can't grow next to the glass pane, it'll grow and immediately pop off, land in the water, and go into the collection system. So I don't think I remembered to bring any glass panes with me, but I think you can do this even with just a full block. You wouldn't want to use a full block because it would block the cactus from getting in. That's why I like to use glass panes. But if I put that there and we try to make this cactus grow, it won't let us, right? I'm clicking on it, won't let us. So what happens when it really does grow is when it tries on its own. I can't make it grow. Here, I'll put another one on top. Now, if it were to do that on its own, and a piece of glass or anything were in this air block right here, it'll pop that top one off. Boom, like that. And it goes right into the hole. So that's the principle of the thing. It's very simple. It's pretty much unbreakable once everything is set up properly. So what I'm going to do is I'll build the farm here, and then we'll build, it looks like I'm going to be able to fit 2 more levels in probably, and then we'll have to build the collection system below, which is just going to be water-based. This cross, very conveniently, is 9 blocks wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can, down below, you can put water source, a line of water sources here that will flow all the way across, and then you can put a different water source here flowing, just a water channel flowing this way that will carry the cactus off to wherever you want them to go. So that's the plan. We're going to go ahead and get that started, and when I'm done, I'll show you what it looks like. right, citizens, we have finished the cactus farm, at least for now. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. It's obviously down underneath the greenhouse. I also wanted to show you, there's been I've been kind of periodically going over to the bee island, and but it's been a while since I've been there. All the trees are grown up. Maybe there's a new bee nest over there. I'm not sure. We're going to go over there in just a little bit and cut down all those birch trees. I'll do that off camera. That's not interesting. But we've been getting a good bit of birch wood from doing that. And in fact, for that very reason, yeah, you can hear the water now from the thing below. For that very reason, I have been using birch in this cactus farm. So sorry, the water's kind of loud. I'll try to turn that down later on. But you can see we got all the cactus in. All the platforms are made from birch slabs. We've got all the glass. We've got all the glass in. Ooh, a cactus just popped off over there. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, so it's working great. The collection system on the individual levels is fine. That's how I want it to go, and it works beautifully. The collection system for all of them. So just to remind you, let's see if we can see one. All right, I'll get in here. It's a little dangerous to get in here. I'll probably get hit by a cactus. Yep. There are various holes. You can see two of them right here, and then actually you can see one from the platform above. Actually, you can see several from the platform above over there. And the cactus fall through those holes. I don't think they can fall through this hole and then kind of angle over to get killed on another cactus. I haven't actually tested that, but it doesn't seem to be happening. I think in order for them to fall through the hole, they have to fall pretty straight. And they fall all the way through all those holes. Ay, ay, ay. And then down into this collection system, which is, I mean, it's pretty janky. It's not permanent because the cactus farm is going to get extended lower, and once I do that, I'll make a better collection system. I mean, this one's basically fine right here, but it gets the system that gets things going all the way to the chest is a little, it's not great. Anyway, they fall through all these holes. So I've got 3 levels right now. The cactus fall through the holes, and then they just fall into this water stream, get moved into this water stream, and you just saw one go around. They follow it around. They end up in a chest. I'll show you that in a second. And then there's more of those water streams coming from other sections of the cactus farm, and they all join up. There's 3 different ones. The third one actually comes through this wall right here. Let's see if we can look at that. It comes from up there, and they all join up right here. Everything goes into this hopper and into this chest, and you can see the cactus is flowing in quite nicely. And we'll be, I mean, obviously we're not going to use a single double chest as our, final collection point. We'll be diverting this cactus into smelters and composters to make the XP and the compost, the bone meal, that we need. But for now, we just have to come over here and collect it. But I'm going to have to fix that pretty soon. Anyway, that's the cactus farm. It's basically done for now. As I say, the collection system is not, but it works. And I think that's good enough for now. As I said, I used a lot of, it's quiet. I used a lot of birch in it. And so I'm going to go over there and chop down those birch trees, except for obviously the ones that have bee nests on them, and plant a bunch more. This is a good way to kind of do 2 things at once. I'm getting bee nests and getting birch wood. Eventually, I want these islands to be completely covered with trees that have bee nests on them. But it'll take a while because the chances aren't great. It's a plains biome, and the chances aren't great. I think it's like 1 in 20 trees or something like that that you'll get a bee nest. So you got to plant a lot of trees before you get one with a bee nest. And speaking of plains biome, our next task in this episode is to start the process of bringing villagers over. And I have decided that, let's sleep real quick. I have decided that that's the next district I'm going to start working on. I'm going to take the villagers from that island village that is actually a plains biome. It's on an island, but it's a plains biome. The plains biome villagers are kind of mostly brown, so I think that's going to be the color of this district. And so we're going to have to do some terraforming around here. And you can hear lava, can't you? We're going to have to do some terraforming around here. We're going to get a road that joins up with this bridge. And it comes along here. Now, this is not going to be the village district. In fact, let me show you that right now. This is going to be the harbor district. So I'm thinking that this area right here is going to be like the main harbor where I'll park boats. You don't park them. We talked about that. More boats. I'll build like maybe some kind of a boat house here. I'm not sure. So this is going to be the harbor district. Since it's associated with the sea, it'll probably be blue. So we'll initially, the road coming, oh, yikes. The road coming through here will be blue. But then it's going to join up. And I don't know how far the harbor district is going to go, but it's going to join up at some point with a road. There may still be some kind of, let's call them wild areas that aren't part of any district. And they'll be joined by roads. I don't know. Maybe their theme color will be like dark gray or something. I'm not sure. But so there'll be a road that comes through here. Now, I like this waterfall. I don't like the fact that I like the fact that there's a waterfall. I don't like this particular waterfall. It's just a standard Minecraft source block dropping water. But I do like the idea of there being a waterfall here. I also would prefer that it flow all the way to the main water there. So I'm going to keep that, or I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to replace it with something that looks better. So we'll have the road come through here, kind of between these two mountains through this valley. And this is probably going to stay wild, I think. And then, do you recognize this? This is where I first came onto the island. This is the first mushroom that I stood on and said, I am king of the island. Anyway, the road's going to come through that valley. Maybe a little tunnel through there. I don't know. And the villagers that I'm going to take currently live on an island. It's a plains biome, but it's an island. And so I thought, well, that'd be kind of nice to give them access to the sea. This is actually, I think, the first boat that I came in on, which I just left there. To give them access to the sea. So I think a kind of seaside island, or not island, sorry, seaside village here. And I'm thinking the style will be similar to the style that I currently have, but maybe nicer looking. It'd be like a row of structures, maybe work structures near the sea here, and then a second row of structures coming along here that is their houses. I'm not gonna build like the villager trading center where you block a bunch of villagers in 1x1 spaces and trade with them. I am going to trade with them, and I'm going to set up their professions, but I prefer it to be a kind of open village where they can walk around. But I am going to control their movement. I'm not going to let them walk just anywhere. So there's going to be a wall around the villager district. And I want to go look at their current village and what the wall looks like there, or what the structures look like before I commit to what that wall is going to look like. But somehow they're going to be walled in here so that they at least stay in this area. So that's the plan. First thing we're going to do is go look at the village itself and get some idea of what the building style might be for us in this village. And then we're going to build the road and maybe build just 1 or 2 structures so that we can bring those villagers that are over there over, which is always a pain. Although I'm kind of hopeful because they're on an island and this is going to be a seaside village here. It shouldn't be too hard. I should just have to get them in a boat and then just take them over there. I mean, it's not going to involve the usual kind of shenanigans that are required to move villagers anywhere. At least that's my hope. All right, citizens, we have made it over to the village. I actually, unfortunately, forgot to turn the camera on as I was approaching. I thought I was recording as I managed to trap 2 more villagers They were farmers. They are farmers. Somewhere. I marked them. I don't know where they are now. But I definitely have 2 more villagers somewhere. So there's some in this. I think this is called a meeting place. Yeah, there's the bell. They have some in. There's at least 2 in there, I think. Maybe 2. I seem to recall that. And then. Wait. There's another one somewhere because he just opened a door. Oh, maybe he's opening his door right there behind the door. So I think there's one in there. And then. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. And then there's 2 more that I just trapped. Like literally. Okay, there's one of them. I trapped one in here. So there's a guy in there. Don't really need that. And then there's another one somewhere. See, this is the dirt I was using to trap them. Because I didn't have anything on me. Well, there's another one somewhere. It should be marked with torches. Oh, it's here. It's here. He's in there. Let me put multiple torches. The grass already grew over it, and that would confuse me. Yes, I got one here, one there, and then I think 2 or maybe even 3. I seem to recall are trapped in here. We could look. 3. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. So I'm gonna have a starter village of 5 without even having to breed them. That's awesome. So I want to look at this kind of building palette we got going on here. They like cobblestone. I don't know that I'm going to go with cobblestone though. I'm not a big fan actually. It's okay for foundations. Like on this house over here, I'm okay with a cobblestone, but I don't like it as walls. So they got cobblestone. Oh, and there's another villager. Is he trapped in there or is he just in there? Because that'd be number 6. Where's your door, buddy? What just happened to him? Oh, there. I guess did I block his door up with? I must have blocked his door up with wood. But it just sounded like something bad happened to him. Like what happened to you? What's happening to you, dude? What's that sound? Oh, he's a stone cutter. He's just doing his job. Nice work, buddy. Do your job. Okay. Your job makes a very scary sound. I guess it is stone cutting. So that's another one. Oh, this is sweet. So I have more villagers here than I thought. Excuse me. So the clay is not the building palette. That's because I guess there were 2 stone cutters here. Okay. Yeah, so we got cobble for foundation. I can live with that. I like white terracotta, and obviously I can get a lot of it. I think that's white terracotta. I don't know why they call it white, because that's not white. And, oops. And stripped oak, a decent amount of stripped oak. That's okay. I like stripped oak. I can go with that. And then the oak roofs. I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see. Somebody bad's around. Where are you, bad person? I don't know. The drown don't go for you during the day. And I think maybe if you're standing in water, they go for you. But they don't go for you on land during the day. So it doesn't really matter. And then there's... They do like this mossy cobblestone, which I don't have any of. And I don't know where a swamp biome is. So I may be on the hunt for a swamp biome. I like that they use glass panes, including yellow. That's kind of interesting. All right. I think we have a good idea of what the building palette here is. And we're not going to try to replicate these structures. I just want it to have a similar kind of vibe. But I think we're going to go with more white terracotta, less cobblestone for sure. And we'll use the glass panes. I like that. Plenty of oak, maybe not oak beams. I don't know. Maybe the stripped oak beams. And for roofs, maybe oak. We'll see. Okay. I think we've got the idea. And it is time to go home and I guess the first thing is going to be to collect resources and maybe find a swamp biome. All right, citizens. Well, we in fact found a swamp biome, and I've got a lot of footage of that. We found some really interesting things. We found a villager outpost over there and a witch hut. I'm not really prepared to touch either one of those, but we've got the coordinates, and we'll definitely go back there at some point. But I don't want to show you all that footage because this episode is already getting very long, and we haven't even started the village. In fact, yeah, this video is getting too long, so we're gonna actually cut it off here, and we're gonna let the next episode be the village stuff. So thanks again so much for watching, folks, and the next one will be out very soon because I've got all the footage. I just need to make it into a separate episode. But this one's already too long, so we're gonna call it quits for now, and we'll build the village in the next episode. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.